Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. The news just dropped this morning. A U.S. judge just spared Alphabet from a breakup in the big antitrust case. U.S. Bancorp restarted institutional Bitcoin custody as spot Bitcoin ETFs keep pulling assets. And OPEC Plus is discussing another supply hike that could sway energy stocks. With those catalysts in play, let me walk you through three names we can watch closely for a potential gain. Let's start with Alphabet, ticker symbol GOOGL. Alphabet popped after the court ruling that avoided a forced breakup while still imposing data-sharing measures. Recent trading sits around the low 210s today, with a 52-week range of 140.53 to 214.65 and a 50-day moving average near 191.09. Street targets cluster in the low 220s at the high end from recent notes, with some services showing an average near 216.87. That puts a baseline upside of roughly 3 to 7% from around 210 if momentum holds, with a higher swing if it breaks cleanly above the 214.65 high and pushes toward the 220 to 225 zone. From my perspective, the practical setup is simple. I would look for either a breakout and hold above the 214 to 215 area with volume, or a pullback toward the 50-day area for a lower risk entry. I would manage risk a few percent under the chosen level. If the breakout sticks, I see a near-term path to the 216 to 225 band, which is about 3 to 7% from here, with scope to extend as analysts refresh targets. Drooling. Next up is U.S. Bancorp, ticker symbol USB. The bank has revived institutional Bitcoin custody, leaning into renewed demand from spot Bitcoin ETFs and allocators. The stock trades around the high 40s today, with a 52-week range of 35.18 to 53.98. The 50-day moving average is about 46.26, and the 200-day is about 45.71. Analyst pages show an average 12-month target around 53.54, which implies roughly 8 to 12% upside from the current high 50s. Quote, in terms of trade construction, I would watch for pullbacks toward the 50-day for ads, or a push through 50 as a momentum trigger if crypto headlines stay supportive. I would keep a tight stop a few percent below my entry, and I would look to scale profits into the 52 to 54 zone first, which is about high single-digit to low double-digit upside, with a stretch toward prior highs if Bitcoin strength persists. Finally, rounding it out with Exxon Mobil, ticker symbol XOM, OPEC Plus is weighing another output increase at the meeting this Sunday, which has pressured crude near-term, but Exxon's integrated model and project slate keep it in focus on any rebound. The stock trades around the mid-110s today, with a 52-week range of 97.802 to 126.34, and a 50-day moving average near 110.20. Recent consensus targets hover around the mid-120s, with several services showing an average near 125.32, implying roughly 9 to 10% upside from about 114 to 115. For entries, I would watch two lanes: by pullbacks toward the 110 area if OPEC Plus headlines knock oil, or by a confirmed move back above 116 to 118 if crude strengthens into or after the meeting. I would manage risk a few percent under my entry. Then look to harvest gains into 122 to 126 first, which lines up with the average target and the prior high. Before you place any trades, keep in mind the obvious breaks on this setup. If Alphabet's post-ruling pop fades as details get digested, if Bitcoin flows cool and custody growth slows for U.S. Bancorp, or if OPEC Plus pushes more supply than expected and crude slips further, near-term upside can compress. Conversely, a firm Alphabet breakout, sticky Bitcoin ETF inflows, and a balanced OPEC outcome could support follow-through across all three. That's it for today's video. If you like this video, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for latest insights and market updates. And tell me in the comments, which of these three catalysts do you think has the strongest follow-through this week? The Alphabet ruling, crypto custody demand, or OPEC Plus oil decisions? I would love to know your view.